For years, the European Union had relied on US military power for its security, but now it is facing the reality of having to defend itself. And this has triggered some massive defense budget hikes, along with a renewed pledge of support for Ukraine. But critical questions still remain. How much aid does Ukraine actually need? And can Ukraine sustain its fight without the US, which is its single biggest donor? Now, since the Russian invasion in February 2022, Ukraine has received about $137 billion in terms of military aid, primarily from the United States, the European Union and the United Kingdom. This amount is part of a larger $180 billion pledge from allies, but not all funds have been allocated or delivered. The gap exists because some commitments, particularly from the EU, are spread over multiple years. The United States is the single largest contributor, accounting for 49% of the total aid. However, Trump's recent halt of US military equipment to Ukraine has put added pressure on the European Union to compensate. The European Union and also its member states have pledged more than $74 billion, but have only disbursed about $50 billion so far. While a coordinated effort is underway to ramp up the defense spending, integrating European militaries without US leadership will be a huge challenge. Meanwhile, Ukraine continues to rely on Western-supplied tanks, artillery and air defense systems, with Poland leading in tank deliveries, the United States in artillery and Germany in air defense. But reports have now emerged that the Ukrainian military supplies could dry up in months, causing further strain on its allies to act pretty fast. Now, Poland's Prime Minister Donald Tusk has warned that Europe faces its biggest security risk in decades. With Trump pausing and possibly easing the sanctions on Russia, Warsaw sees this as a turning point. In response, Poland and other European nations are calling for a quantum leap in strengthening the EU defense capabilities. Now, in Kiev, the sudden freeze in the US military aid has sparked panic, with Ukrainian leaders now scrambling to maintain vital support systems. Now, Zelensky has sought to reassure Washington by offering to finalize a lucrative minerals and security deal, a step that could strengthen the ties between the two nations. In a social media post, Zelensky also called on the confrontation at the Oval Office to be regrettable and emphasized Ukraine's commitment to peace, countering Trump's criticism that Kiev is unwilling to negotiate. Now, Trump also addressed Zelensky's turnaround, stating that peace can still be restored. However, with US aid out of the table, stakes are now higher than ever for Ukraine. The question, of course, is this: can Zelensky make peace with Trump? The future of the Russia-Ukraine war entirely depends on this question. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.